This is probably one of the happiest days of my life because I've done something big. I bought a Red Epic Dragon. So I actually have been doing some research lately online, just out of curiosity, and I came across this kind of mini phenomenon. People are selling their old Red cameras from 10 plus years ago online for crazy cheap, when they used to cost between $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and now they're getting sold online for between $2,000 and $4,000. I'm talking about the Red ones, the Red One MX, the Red Scarlet, the Red Epic, the Red Epic Dragon. And that's where I am today. I purchased a Red Epic X Dragon. So it's the original Red Epic with the Mr. MX sensor, but with the Dragon sensor swapped out for it. So it is a Red Epic X with the Dragon sensor. That is 16 plus stops of dynamic range and 6K resolution. My mind is blown. Excuse me, my office is a mess right now, but today it arrived and we're gonna unbox this together. Let's do this. Oh. So here is the package. Let's open it. This is probably one of the happiest days of my life. I have been literally dreaming about this day for a while, and last night I could not sleep. I kept checking the UPS notifications, the tab on my phone, over and over and over again just to see how close this thing was. And I literally have been stalking my phone all morning, to the point where I even opened the door before the driver, the UPS driver, even pushed my doorbell. I am that excited right now. One of the things that I'm nervous about is that I got this camera for an insane deal. This camera used to cost at one point in time, when it was brand new, probably between $40,000 and $60,000, depending on the options that you got with it. Just the brain itself, probably $38,000, $30,000+, I don't know. But this camera used to cost an insane, an insurmountable amount of money, to where I could never even dream of owning this thing. And guess what? I got this on eBay for $2,400. That is $2,400 for the brain, for a battery adapter, for the side module, for a 120 gigabyte magazine, for the mag reader, for a PL mount, and also a 4K monitor on top of that. Not the official Red monitor, but a monitor, which is great. I don't really need it, but I'm just trying to show you that this was an insane deal. So I'm a little bit nervous because it's a little bit too good to be true. So we're gonna find out right now if this was a buy or a bust. This thing came with a shotgun microphone. That is this thing right here. So I'm gonna put that down because that is not what I came here for. So what I see here, this is the Red power cable with the right connection for the Red. So that's awesome. I assume this is the monitor. So we have the Red mag reader with the 128 magazine right here, and the mag reader. They both look like they're in good condition, so that's pretty cool. Top of that, we have a top handle, Smallrig. Okay, I can dig that. Some more cables, and the 4K monitor from Fuel World. This is not bad. This is actually fairly large. It's a 7-inch touchscreen monitor. Looks to be in decent condition with HDMI. I'll take it. That's not bad. But again, that is not what we came here for. We came here for a Red Epic Dragon. Let's find this thing. So, one thing I really liked about this listing on eBay, what that caught my eye, was that it came with the original Red Epic X hard case from Red Digital Cinema. That was pretty cool. I'm a fanboy of Red. I've always loved their cameras. I've always loved the look of Red. And so for me, this is not about just buying a really cool camera that I can shoot feature films with or indie feature films with. This is also just a bit of nostalgia for me. I'm a fanboy. And so for me, I am not only interested in the camera itself and what it can do for my filmmaking skills, but also too, just because I love the brand so much, this is a piece of history for me, at least. A piece of cinema history. This changed the game. And so it's pretty cool that this came with the original Red Epic case. Again, a bit of nostalgia for me. So here it is in this box. I'm gonna find out whether this was a buy or a bust. The original Red Epic X case. Again, this listing was for a Red Epic X with the Dragon sensor already installed by Red. So, not bad. This is definitely, I think, a buy. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. There's a few minor things here and there, but again, this is a 10-year-old, a decade-old camera. This is honestly probably one of the best deals I've ever come across. And I won't lie, I mean, this camera, I can just feel the build quality on it. I can tell the build quality on this. It's got the side handle right here, which has the optional battery door. There you go, right there. So you can hot swap a V-mount batteries in the back. This came with the Anton Bauer gold mount plate at the very back with the connector for it to plug in for power. You have a top cage as well. And then you get the Red insert mag module for the side. On top of that, you get a PL mount with, this is from Red, this is legit with the locking mechanism. And man, it's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty solid. It's heavier than I thought, but man, I can tell the quality of this. I can just feel the build quality. Obviously I have to plug in a monitor, get some power to this thing, and turn it on and hopefully put a lens on this thing and really see if this thing truly works and functions the way it should. But as of right now, just from looking at it, I am very happy. I am, man, this has been a long time coming and I can't even believe that I own the Red. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing wired up and I will let you guys know. Hey guys, so I am back. Today is a different day. I ran out of time when I opened up this box. I had some dad duty stuff I had to take care of, but now I'm back and I have the Red Dragon built up as much as I can do right now. I am still missing some key components to get this shoot ready, namely being I am missing a PL mount lens. I just don't have one of those just lying around. And fun fact, I used to be a Canon guy and then I switched over to Sony. And so I had the Metabones adapter and I'd use my Canon lenses on my Sony. And I realized, hey, let's capitalize on the Sony autofocus. And so I switched over my whole inventory of lenses to Sony E-mount. So fast forward till today, I have a Red PL mount camera and I have all Sony E-mount lenses. Yeah, it sucks. But I realized that ultimately the goal for me buying this camera, it's not to market myself as a DP. It's not to try and get these commercial jobs. I have left that life behind me. I am just a Red fanboy and I still love shooting really cool content for fun on my dime. little crazy, a little bit unconventional, but that is just what I like to do. And that's kind of what I bought this camera for. I want to shoot my own projects, my own short films, my own music videos for fun. I have no interest in becoming a director, a DP. I just enjoy filmmaking as a hobby. And for me, that once was a life where I wanted to be that, but now I've moved on. I have a whole different career in medical. I'm actually a speech language pathologist. Very random, but I have like 10 hobbies and they're all expensive. And this is one of them. So fast forward to today, I have this Red Dragon. It's a PL mount and I need some PL lenses. So what I want to do, I didn't mind the fact that this camera was PL mount. The deal I got on it was just absolutely insane and I could not pass it up. I can always buy an EF mount converter for this, so I can swap out the PL mount for the EF mount and it'll work seamlessly with this camera. So I could always do that and just rent or buy some EF lenses, but to be fair, I really want to try this thing out with some PL mount cinema, like true PL mount cinema glass. I'm talking about, you know, the Atlas Mercury anamorphics. I'm looking at those. I'm looking at the Tokina Vista primes. Those look really solid. And I'm also looking at possibly the Cooke S4 lenses as well. I'm probably not going to buy any of these lenses because they're ridiculously expensive. Obviously because they're just an entirely different class of high grade cinema lenses, but I do intend to rent them for small projects, excuse me, here and there. So that's why I also don't mind the PL mount, lens mount for this. But right now, what I have been doing as a workaround is I have this old Pentax film 35mm camera that has this 50mm that's manual. I'll show it to you guys. It is a really old school, maybe like, this thing's gotta be, I don't know, 50, 60 years old. But I've literally, because I've just been so excited to test out this camera and just play with it. Despite the fact that I don't own any lenses that are compatible with it, I have been holding up this thing on the sensor just as tight as I can. It isn't touching or making contact with the sensor. It's just coming into contact with the actual mount and creating a seal around that. But I am able to get some shots done with this. By far not an ideal setup. The distance from the sensor to this lens is not really great. And so at best, I can maybe only get macro shots. And that is exactly all that I've been playing with so far. Just very extreme close-ups and some macro shots. So just because I am so excited, this thing came in yesterday. I want to play with it. I want to test it out, but I do intend to do some true test with this camera and rent either the Cooke S4s or the Tokina Vista primes. Those lenses I've had my eye on for a while and they look beautiful. So as you see here, I don't have everything that I need to get set up. I don't have a PL mount lens. I don't even have the right adapter for my batteries. I have a couple of V-mount batteries here that I use for my director's monitors. And this package came with a gold mount adapter. I don't own any gold mount batteries. And to be fair, I went online to try and see if I could even buy some, and they looked pretty pricey. More so than the V-mount. There was way more budget V-mount battery solutions than gold mount. I'm sure gold mount is just a different class. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I am just, someone that does this for fun. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I've already bought the V-mount adapter plate for this. That's en route in the mail. And then I bought the D-tap to the 6-pin LEMO for this. So that way I can, plug it into the camera and use this. So I am excited. Right now I have the side handle. There is no battery currently installed yet for the side mount. And you would primarily use that. You could power the camera off that for shooting, but it's not ideal. It's not really meant for that. It's more so meant to keep the camera on during shoots so you can hot swap the battery. So let's say you're in the middle of a take, or not a take, but you're shooting something, and you have to go ahead and
change the battery out. Since you have a secondary battery in here, you can theoretically take off the V mount or the gold mount, whichever plate you use, and the camera won't turn off. And so that's kind of nice. It saves you some time, because this camera does take a while to kind of power down and power up. I haven't ran an official like timed test yet, but my best guesstimate is that it takes about a minute to start up. So yeah, so that would allow you to theoretically hot swap the batteries, which is kind of cool. So I do want to acquire one of those, and those I've been looking at online. They run for about 80 bucks used a pop, so that's not too horrible. And I have, you can kind of see here, we have the mag module over here to accept, you know, 120, 240, and 480 gigabyte mags. And so thankfully my listing or my kit came with a 120 mag, and it works perfectly. I've already installed it. Boom, you hear that click of reassurance, which is kind of nice. And so I've done some test shots with this. I have my kit also came with the mag reader, which is really cool, with the USB-C on both ends. And so I have been doing some test shots with my little makeshift 35mm setup, and importing it into DaVinci Resolve and just messing with that red code raw. It's amazing. It's so seamless. It's like butter. And so I've been having a blast with that. I have the Atomos Ninja 5 monitor up here. I already own this. This does not come with a kit. But yeah, so this is my setup so far. Again, I love it. I have this hardwired into the wall because I don't have the right plate for this or the right adapter for it. All that's en route in the mail. So I'm using the red AC power plug for this, just to plug into the wall, and hand hold certain test shots. One more thing that's pretty cool that I do have planned. Again, I have a lot of hobbies that can be a little bit expensive, and so I do plan on building my own Dana Dolly slider. I am super stoked about that. I built a really old one back in the day out of wood and some skateboard wheels, and I liked that setup. The concept was really cool. However, I'm going to do that again, but I learned welding since then, and so I want to go ahead and actually weld my own Dana Dolly. I think that would be pretty cool. Anyways, guys, I will keep you updated. I'm gonna do a lot more with this camera, a lot of cool test shoots, some music videos, and some commercials. Again, fun stuff for me, hobby stuff, and I will let you guys know about my journey, okay? Thanks, take care. And guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, guys, and also leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback. And last but not least, guys, if you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel. It does help support it, and it keeps you guys updated each week when I release new videos. And guys, that is it. I'll see you next time.